If you're trying to improve at Fortnite, either just slightly or to the level of pros, there's a high chance you're trying and probably struggling to balance this with going to school or possibly work. Now you may be tempted just to give up at this point, but it's not at all impossible to have a healthy balance that still allows for great levels of improvement. Some actual pros still go to school in person, one of them famously being Pollo, who's had the most dominant chapter in Fortnite competitive history, proving that it's perfectly feasible to do school at the same time as doing well in Fortnite. So in this video, I'm going to be going over how you can balance Fortnite improvement with school, work, or any other responsibilities you may have. So, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off, when you're going to school or work, you might not have that much free time, especially if you're doing other things outside of school or work. So, you need to make sure you're prioritising what you're doing in your free time. It might be tempting, especially after a long day, to just get on Fortnite and mess about with your friends in creative, or maybe you think you want to do something productive, so you spend all your time kovaxing or free building, but this isn't the right approach. It's crucial to understand that the amount of time spent playing the game doesn't directly translate to skill, especially if you're just spending all of your time doing the same thing. You need to look at what you might have on during the week in terms of school or work, or other things you may have to do, and design an improvement plan around these times. You should ensure you're splitting your time up and doing pretty much equal amounts of mech practice, aim practice, ranked and scrims. You don't have to do all of these things every day, but you're not going to improve if you don't try to balance these relatively equally, because you need to work on all aspects of your game if you're going to improve overall. Once you've made the plan, you need to stick to it strictly. Consistency is the key to improvement. Just doing it for a couple weeks then giving up isn't going to get you anywhere. A really important point though when you're making your plan is to make sure you're not going to tire yourself out. This means that during the week, especially when you might have a busy or stressful day, maybe only play for a couple of hours that day, because having enough rest and actually getting enough sleep every night will really boost improvement, possibly more than playing for an extra 30 or 45 minutes. This also means you shouldn't be planning to stay up until midnight to scrim or play ranked, because this will mean you don't get enough sleep. Sleep is also important for ensuring you work the best you can in school or at work, and since this video is about balancing this with Fortnite, this is something you've got to consider as well. Linking to this point, you should be doing any outstanding work or homework and make sure you're studying before you hop on Fortnite. This is because, if you have the looming pressure of things to do when trying to practice, you're not going to be playing to your best, because you'll be less able to concentrate. Additionally, school or work is ultimately more important than Fortnite, so there may come a point sometimes where it has to take priority in your life, and that's okay. You can pick Fortnite back up when you're less busy. If you don't go to school, you can skip this section, but if you do, it might be the most important part of the video. It becomes pretty much impossible to keep up a high level of practice in Fortnite when it comes to exam season specifically, so I strongly recommend you don't try to do this. You carry your exam results with you for the rest of your life, and ultimately they play a role in determining your entire future, so you should prioritise them over everything else, including Fortnite. Plus, if you can get good exam grades, your parents might be more lenient with you playing Fortnite, which will help you with your improvement in the long term. A period of time that is likely completely wasted in your life currently is your time commuting to or from school or work. But you can actually utilise this time when you're not doing anything else to help with your improvement. Something I'd recommend doing is VODifying YouTube videos or Twitch VODs from pros in tournaments. Twitch VODs are particularly good because they allow you to understand exactly what's going on at all points in the game, not just the interesting bits, and also show any mistakes made, which are likely to be cut out of a YouTube video. While you're doing this, write notes on what pros do right and what they do wrong, and work out how you could implement the good parts into your own game and how you can avoid making these same mistakes. Something else you could do while commuting is watching YouTube videos to improve. So you could watch people like Destiny's Jesus, ReeseHub, or I've got videos on my channel that could definitely help you to improve as well. It's a lot easier to perform well in competitive games if you have a set drop in both solos and duos, so you could use Fortnite.gg to look at drops while you're travelling, and then once you've chosen one, make a game plan detailing what you're going to loot, farm, and where you're actually going to rotate based on zone pulls. You could also use this free time to write the improvement plan you're going to be following. So, hopefully if you follow the tips I've given in this video, you'll see some improvement in your Fortnite skill, and maybe even manage to go pro. You never know. So, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.